Alrighty, it's Karen Marie of Wildling Ways, your conscious lifestyle facilitator. This channel, is dedicated to full power living for mind, body and soul. And I'm here to guide you and empower you to live your best life. Okay, so I'm continuing with the full power living theme, and we've discussed everything so far about kind of mindset and rules and, you know, about kind of becoming the best versions of ourselves. But we couldn't do any of that without really focusing also on our body, our physical matter here. We can do all these kind of meditations, and everything needs to be done together. It's from a holistic perspective. So we really need to keep our body tip-top condition. So I mean, at the moment with the dreaded C word, coronavirus, it's so really necessary, it's a big wake-up call, isn't it, really, to say about how important it is for us to look after our bodies. It's the stuff we digest, that means food and the information we're digesting as well. It's making sure that we really what are we putting into our bodies? Okay, so there's a few things. We need adequate sleep. Really important, the sleep thing. Sleep deprivation is a frigging nightmare, as anyone knows, and it's to make sure, obviously, we need a good night's sleep so it gets all the kind of the growth hormone going, it replenishes our body. I know so many people right now suffer with insomnia. Like me, I wake up in the middle of the night and my mind is like on overdrive. So I always recommend doing some lovely breathing techniques before you go to sleep. You want to make yourself really comfortable, chill out, a good hour before. Try and come off the phones and the computers. They're just, the blue light that emits from them interrupts your sleep patterns anyway. Or maybe you've got something in your mind. That's the case with me, something on my mind, and then I can't stop thinking about it. It's an never-ending loop. So it's always worth doing some lovely breathing techniques, some meditations. You can go back onto my meditation. I think that was video number 1. I'm also a herbalist, so I'm a big advocate of herbs. I've just got actually a tea pigs. I don't know if you get, if you're in the UK, you'll be able to get tea pigs, and they do a lovely lavender chamomile tea that's been really great, actually. So I've been drinking that each night before I go to sleep, a good hour before, otherwise you end up piddling all night long, which kind of defeats the object of getting a good sleep. So yeah, that's my number 1 tip is good sleep. Do whatever it takes. If it's reading a book, it's doing some meditation, it's doing some yoga, it's doing some breathing techniques. Get yourself in that relaxed state, prepped before you go to sleep. Okay, it's always as I say, and try if you can to come off the electronics. Not for everyone, but it does interfere with your sleep. You can even get blue light glasses now, which help with the to cut off the blue light that's emitted from the computer. So yes, sleep is, it's kind of number 1. If you haven't got that, you're just, it sets, you're going to wake up the next morning, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel groggy, you're going to eat a load of shit when you're tired as well. Which kind of leads me on to the next thing about, eating a healthy diet. It's drummed into us all the time, isn't it? Healthy diet. And of course, it's very true. Unfortunately, the way things are in our world at the moment, convenience food is cheap and it's easy. And we've got in that kind of, we've got into that kind of mindset, we'll just grab that. and half the time it isn't healthy, and it really fucking annoys me actually, because you know, it's organic food is obviously the best, but you know, you've got to be earning a really good amount of money to be able to afford food like that. And it really pisses me off, to be honest, because it just keeps, you know, if I'm not saying just poor people, but if you haven't got a lot of money, you know, you can't spend lots of money on food, and it's annoying, and it needs to change. So on that note though, you know, as much fresh veg, fruit as you possibly can. I mean, vegetarianism is a thing, you know, vegan is a thing, and what I've done now is, you know, I still eat meat, but I make the bulk of my dinners plant powered, okay, throughout the week. Now, this way, because meat's quite expensive, well, I say meat is expensive. If you go to Iceland or something like that, it's cheap as shit, but it's cheap. It's cheap, shitty meat, you know, and it's adding to the problem of global warming, unhealthy bodies, and it's a shame, really. So my suggestion is that we don't eat meat as often. There's plenty of plant-powered meals out there. And then go to your local butchers where you're supporting local. It's not so mass produced. You are able to get a lovely bit of meat, and you have it for, you know, for your roast dinner on Sunday. Just cut it down. You know, that's what we all really need to do if we're going to work together to kind of, you know, work together towards healing our beautiful Mother Earth that we live on. And that's one of my suggestions. You know, eat the meat from the butchers, and it's just, and you know, and the thing is, you know, it's not just about eating the food, it's knowing where it's come from. You know, if you're making lovely meals, you know, from scratch, it's all that love that's gone into it, and it's really, it just makes the whole eating experience so much more high vibe. And you know, one good thing with this lockdown is people, okay, it's been fucking boring having to cook all the time, but you've now kind of got the time to actually cook meals from scratch and use fresher ingredients and just do your bit. And I feel so much better for it as well, knowing that most of the time I'm eating plant-powered meals, and knowing that when I do get a bit of meat, that I kind of know that it's from my local butchers. You can ask your butcher anything about where the meat's come from, and it's supporting local business. Yeah. And doing your bit for the planet. Yeah. So food, you know, it's a big thing. It's a big thing here, and it's get yourself healthy, keep yourself healthy, eat high vibe food. Other things to help for healthy body is I use, as I said, I'm a herbalist. So if you're worth checking out, Susan Weed, or you can check out on my website, I will put the links at the bottom, and I have on there 5 herbal infusions. Okay, so they include nettle, breadleaf clover, oat straw, comfrey, and linden. Okay, so these are the 5 really beautiful herbs. Now, they're easy to get dried out. In the summertime, you can actually go and pick these. Nettle is one of my favourite herbs. It has every single vitamin, mineral that's necessary for your body. It's amazing. Little bit stingy, as we know, but actually it's a wonderful herb, and it just like I say, it's so good for you. So what I do on a daily basis is I make these herbal infusions. So you basically, the big difference with a herbal infusion rather than a tea is it's a very concentrated form of herbs. Okay, it's putting like 30 grams of herbs, a litre of water, leaving it to steep overnight, and drinking that throughout the day. Now, as I say, that they all offer their own benefits, and every time you drink it, you just know that you're nourishing. You know that you're nourishing your body. Yeah, you know, you can feel the goodness going down. So I highly recommend herbal infusions. Also, I've started doing this wonderful hot chocolate drink, actually, which again is, I'll put the link to my website, but it's like, so it's cocoa powder, I use moringa powder, turmeric, coconut oil, cinnamon, and I use a mushroom complex as well. Now, mushrooms are amazing, and I'm going to do a separate video on those for health, actually, and for the psychedelic version if you're interested. That will be coming up soon. But they are, so as I say, they're the kind of, the foods you're taking in, the drinks you're drinking, plenty of water as well, keeping that body really strong, strong and healthy, so we can really fight this coronavirus. Because, I think at the end of the day, people, if you're healthy, if you're healthy, you're going to be okay with it. I know it's a bit of an unknown, but let's face it, majority of people are going to be fine. But so there's nothing, it's so important to keep yourself healthy right now. And of course, that also means, you can eat all this lovely stuff, make it like 80% of your diet, eating the health, yeah? And then if you have a blowout, you have pizza or anything, all the cake's my thing at the moment. Pregnant though, so it's like sweet tooth is just terrible. But I do feel as long as 80% of it I have been eating healthily, then the odd blowout, a week, like 1 day, 2 days a week, that's fine. And the great thing is, if you do that, don't feel guilty. If you've been doing the work beforehand, you've been eating healthy beforehand, and you're going out walking and you're doing some form of exercise, then it doesn't matter if you have a blowout and you have a binge one day. It's not gonna hurt you. In fact, it's kind of good. If you're gonna do it, enjoy it. Don't feel guilty about it, because the whole process of eating, as I said earlier, like how you're eating, what you're intaking, it's all about, how do you feel as well when you're eating. If you feel really happy that you're eating that stuff, then do it. Just enjoy it. Next day, go back and start eating healthy again. Would say though, sugar, if you're going to start eating sugary, if you eat sugary stuff, and especially chocolate, as tasty as it is, try and go for the dark option, because the sweeter it is, and with any kind of carbs, it's all about you keep craving it. You crave it and you crave it. So especially with chocolate, it's very addictive, as I am finding out. But there we go. So keep happy, keep healthy, peeps. I wish you all well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.